Olá, bom dia. Vai colocar algum cântico? Vou.
Supremo Criador, o Rei da eternidade, a fonte da verdade, teu nome é Jeová, que honra para nós é sermos o teu povo, teu nome glorioso. A todos proclamar, grandioso, eterno, teu nome é Jeová, e em todo o universo não há ninguém maior, que as pessoas te conheçam. te adorar, grandioso, eterno, servimos só a ti, Jeová. Só tu nos fazes ser aquilo que desejas, cumprindo tuas promessas. Teu nome é Jeová. Que honra tu nos dás, levar teu belo nome, que todos o proclamem, conosco vão cantar, grandioso, eterno, teu nome é Jeová, e em todo o universo não há ninguém maior, que as pessoas te conheçam e venham te adorar, grandioso, eterno, servimos só a ti, Jeová.
Qual é que ponho agora? Qual é que escolho? Alguma dica? Eu gosto muito deste também. Deixa eu ver. Cântico 75. De onde é que está a assistir, irmã? De onde é que você vem? É este?
Alegria sentimos enquanto não vai acabar. É casa grande momento e nunca irá se apagar. Quando e alegria nos dá as obras de Deus contemplar. E deixa saber tão grande o poder do Deus soberano, Jeová. As obras de Deus nos alegram, tão bela é a criação. Os mares, os céus e a terra, olhamos em exultação. Alegres a todos pregamos, o reino de Deus já nasceu. A felicidade eterna, Jeová nosso Deus prometeu. É como o esplendor da aurora que traz vida à escuridão. Os raios do novo sistema em breve aqui brilharão. Aqui alegria nos dá as obras de Deus contemplar. Imensa saber tão grande o poder do Deus soberano, Jeová.
Ok, boa sorte. Ok.
Há um caminho em que existe muita paz. O seu segredo está no livro mais veraz.
Qual é o seu Instagram? Vou fazer um direto no Instagram.
A paz vivente, Deus você já encontrou. Esse é o caminho, diz o Deus Jeová. Não se desvie, que Ele deve andar. Esse é o caminho, não volte atrás. Somente aqui a vida, amor e paz. Há um caminho em que existe muito amor, e perto de você está seu Criador. O amor de nosso Deus é pleno, é real. Podemos ver tudo no seu amor real. Este é o caminho, diz o Deus Jeová. Não se desvie, ele deve andar. Este é o caminho, não volte atrás. Somente aqui a vida, amor e paz.
Estamos a ouvir cânticos.
Promessas lindas que o nosso Deus nos faz.
Bro. Yes.
Pregue a palavra de Jeová, sempre esteja pronto para falar, pois Ele nos deu a comissão, a todos declarar a salvação. Então pregar, escutar e evitar, proclamar, já devemos nos virar, divulgar a palavra de Jeová sem cessar, então pregar. Tempos difíceis haverá, muitos vão oposição enfrentar. Pregar vai ser desafiador, mas nossa força vem do Criador. Então pregar, escutar e evitar, proclamar, já vivemos no final, divulgar a palavra de Jeová sem cessar, então pregar. Muitos mais fáceis vamos ter, muitos nossos vão querer aprender, a todos e em qualquer lugar. Começando vamos proclamar, então pregar, escutar e evitar, proclamar, já vivemos no final, divulgar a palavra de Jeová sem cessar, então salve o Rei ungido, o Filho de Jeová, já reina em justiça e logo a paz trará. Oh, glória grande e honra, Jesus confirmará. Deus é soberano, ao Pai
Yay.
But money cannot make men. Money is an amplifier. Money will do nothing more than amplify who you are. So it's very important you understand that once you learn how to make money, you're going to realize you really, truly didn't want money. You wanted power, respect, connections, network. You want experiences. You want to see outside the matrix and be dealing with other people and talking to other people who are outside of the matrix. For that, you need the war room. And you can find out more on corporatedict.com, like I said, but the War Room is the most powerful network that exists on the face of the planet today, and it couples with the real world. So we teach you how to make money inside the real world, and we teach you how to be a man of influence inside the War Room. And inside the War Room, you're also networking with other men who've escaped the matrix, like Aikido masters.
So that business idea you pitched me, I just had a super chat. Could we invest in the tape building? I imagine the short answer is no, because I don't know who you are, and I'm not going to let you invest in my name and my brand when I don't know who you are. 2, we don't need your money. 3, is this even going to make a profit? Is this even for money?
I'm not sure if this is for money. I think it will make money because we'll have so many visitors. But to invest in the tape building, just come in when it's finished, have a coffee. That's the only investment we're looking for. I'm truly interested in meeting a lot of the fans, and I think it's a good, controlled place to do it.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting, good to do. We can do speaking events. We can do everything there. We'll have full security teams and everything to make sure everybody's safe and secure, including us. We have a lot of enemies from the Matrix. It's going to be a fantastic way for us to interact with our fans in real time. I'm extremely excited about the Tape Center. It's going to be amazing. It's truly going to be amazing. So, all the super chats?
No, hi, Andrew. From Mudan TV, one more question. How can I work faster? I work 16 to 18 hours a day, but I'm kind of slow. What's your advice for speed and efficiency? I know you always talk about speed. Do you want to talk about advice for that?
Sure. I'll absolutely talk about that.
Please.
Right. So, first things first, the biggest mistake most of you are making. You should be hungry all of the time. You are an animal. Do not forget that you exist in 2 realms simultaneously as an individual. You exist with your evolutionary biological makeup as an animal and also the societal version which has been constructed. They're different things. But as an animal, your body is designed to perform at best while you are hungry because you're supposed to be hunting for food. If you're full of food, you're going to be lazy and lethargic. You should always be a little bit hungry. Even I directly finish a meal, I'm a little bit hungry because I don't eat enough to ever be full. So the first thing is always stay a little bit hungry. Second thing is coffee. Caffeine is a miracle drug. I am heavily caffeinated at all times, 15 to 20 coffees a day. I've also done a lot of research into coffee, a lot of research and understanding. I've also tried to quit coffee to see if there's actually any genuine benefit or improvement to my life. There is nothing wrong with coffee. It can never hurt you. Coffee, a bunch of it. Less food, more coffee. Third thing, you need to have your supplements, etc. right. This is coincidental. I'm going to mention them because obviously the question asks them. I do not take protein powders. I do not take creatine. I do not take steroids. I do not take TRT. Nothing. Lots of coffee. Lots of meat when I do eat. I eat once a day. And to make sure my energy is on point, we have our supplement brand here. We put them all together. You can see them here at the bottom, at the back. You can get them at cobratape.com. But we have unmatched perspicacity, which is a mental clarity compound, which has been constructed. And we have sheer indefatigability, which is a vitamin support complex. Obviously, unmatched perspicacity is the ability to perceive. Perspicacity means perspicacious, the ability to see things, perceive things. Sheer indefatigability. Indefatigable means somebody who does not get tired, does not fatigue. That's the vitamin support complex. And we have feared opponent, which is a testosterone booster, because also your hormones are very important. As a man, you need to have a high testosterone level. If you stay a little bit hungry, eat a meat-heavy diet, lots of coffee, have your 3 supplements, which you can find on cobratape.com, you will begin to work faster. I absolutely guarantee it. In fact, remember this guy's name? What's his name? Write his name down. Do those things. Do those exact things. Stay hungry, drink coffee, and try these supplements, and send us another super chat after the next emergency meeting and tell us the truth. Tell us the truth if you genuinely feel better, because I guarantee you do. Guarantee.
So a lot of these questions are actually quick fire questions I feel like you can answer. I think you can go into this a little bit. I went into it on my cigar meeting about FTX and the collapse of FTX. But this one is, how many millions have you made from crypto? You also invest in stocks. I feel like that's from M. Cuevas 12. I feel like the question should be more, how do you feel about crypto in this current time? Because how many millions have you made from crypto? If I tell you, because I've made money certainly in the golden age of crypto, or the silver age, or the bronze age, certainly. But I think now we're in the stone age. So you asking that question, I don't want to inspire anybody right now to think that you're going to get into crypto and make millions and millions of dollars.
But you are, but not quickly. Here's the good point.
Yes.
When crypto is going up and crypto is reaching all-time highs, everyone's panicking, trying to get hold of money to buy crypto. Too late. You need to buy the crypto now. Now that the prices have tanked, so that when the next bull run comes in 2 to 3 years, people are saying it's going to be soon. That's all code. These are people who are trying to make fast money because they don't have any business sense. That's all garbage and code. The real money is going to come in 2 or 3 years. Now is when you need to be panicking for money. Not when crypto was spiking and everyone was talking about it and every dummy was making money. Then it's too late. You need to be panicked now, make money now, stack your bags now. Stick to the basics. Ethereum, Bitcoin. The coins are not going to go anywhere. You should be panicked now to buy as much Bitcoin ETH as possible, so in 3 years you can guaranteed retire from life forever. You were panicking more to make money to buy crypto when crypto is reaching all-time highs than you are now when it's on sale. Think about how stupid that is. It's the same coins, the same infrastructure, the same ideals, the same technology. You need to buy now. So now is more important than ever for you to make money. Don't worry about crypto all-time highs and all that kind of crap. You need to make a bunch of money now, urgently, quickly, and start stacking a bag so when the all-time highs come again, you can sell out $25 million. The people who are not panicking to make money now to buy crypto that it's tanked don't understand the world, because those people were panicking to buy it when it was already at the top. That's when they really want to get more Bitcoin. Now it's down, they don't want to get it anymore. That is a big mistake. Now is your chance, ladies and gentlemen. I just said this inside the real world yesterday. I said to all the students, you are making money at the most important time because the entire world is on sale. You need to make money now in the hard times. This is how you build your chance to truly get enough velocity to escape the matrix. But the reason people don't like trying to make money in hard times is because it's harder. There's less money around, recession is coming, inflation's here, people are holding on to their money, the whole economy is getting tighter, they're saying that property is going to tank, stocks are going to tank. We discuss all of this in the real world. We tell you exactly how it can benefit you. We tell you exactly how you should invest and how you can set yourselves up for the future. Now is the time to make as much money as possible. You do not have time to waste. If you make money now inside the real world and invest correctly, any one of you can be retired from ever working a matrix job in 3 years from now, guaranteed. You must escape the work, consume, die cycle. You must escape the matrix we are trying to show you now.
Right, I'm going to have a bit of a go at somebody once again. because I enjoy it. Exactly what I was saying about networking to get on somebody's level before you try to deal with them. Now, peak transformation, $20 super chat. Hi, I'm the best coach in the world. I want to train Aiden for free. I'll leave my girl and all my clients. I'll fly anywhere and pay my own expenses for the opportunity. Let me explain to you something. Peak transformation. I saw you spamming my photos on Instagram. I saw you writing on every Instagram picture the exact same thing. I actually clicked on your profile, and I saw a man with almost no followers who was not in very good aesthetic shape. What I would say to you is, if you were the best coach in the world, you wouldn't have to be spamming my photos and spamming my Rumble stream, trying to get Aiden's attention to try to transform him for free. If you were the best in the world, someone like Aiden, who wants to get into shape and has millions of dollars, would find you. See, I get these kind of questions all the time. So this is, I'm done having a go at you. Let me paint this on a broader spectrum. Every single day I have millions of offers. Hi, I want to come work for you for free doing this. I will do anything you like. I'll give up my life. I want to come work for you for free. What you're saying is, I want you to be my coach and mentor, and I want association with you for free. So you are actually demanding much more from Aiden, and all you people asking me questions are demanding much more from me than you actually have to offer. What you have to understand about important people and people with money like Aiden, or people with money like myself, is if I need something, I can pay the best people in the world to do it. And Aiden can find the best transformation coaches in the world, and he can hire them. If that is you, why are you spamming me, bro? Aiden's going to find you, but it's not you, is it? So even when you're sending me stupid messages, hey, I'll do anything you like, I'll come work for free. Even if I need someone to shine my fucking shoes, I will find the single best shoe shiner in the world and pay him $100 an hour to shine my shoes. I don't need you. I don't need this free labor. You know, make yourself useful, and people are going to find you.
Gentlemen, please pay attention to me. I've already told you about writing down all your strengths and weaknesses. I want you to pay attention to this. When times get tough, meritocracies appear. Let me give you an example. Let's imagine we're running a company, and this company has a whole bunch of easy sales. Let's say we're selling cars, and everybody wants one of our cars, right? So a bunch of people are walking into the car dealership, and we have 5 salesmen. 1 is really good, 4 are average. Well, everyone wants the car, so lots of leads are coming in, and all the salesmen have enough leads, and all the salesmen are making money. Then let's imagine something bad happens to the car brand. There's a big crash, or the cars keep setting on fire, or something happens that damages the brand. Now less people are coming in, less leads are coming in the door, but also the company needs money worse than ever. So now what happens is, when a lead walks in the door, the sales manager takes all the leads and gives them to the best guy, because he can't risk you average guys from ruining leads, losing a sale. No, everything goes to the best guy. When times get tough, when the world gets hard, like it's about to get, crypto's over, the easy money is over, finding money on the floor is over, all the dumb shit is over. The realm of the amateur has been completed and finished. We are now entering the world of professionals. When times get hard, it becomes an absolute meritocracy, and the very best of the best get more opportunity. That best salesman will sell more cars than before, whereas the average and the crap people suffer. So you must understand that we're now living in a world where you must become the best of the best. And if you do, it becomes easier than ever before. If you listen to our information, listen to our knowledge, life will be easier for you than it's ever been. But if you stay average, if you stay a loser, it's going to get harder than it's ever been. It's splitting into having Bentleys, living on pennies, having not yachts and having knots. That's how it's going to be. It's a meritocracy is going to appear, because that is the natural human state in times of struggle. And I promise you, struggle is coming. Please understand this. You must become the best version of yourself and become exceptional in all fields.
Raven7716, since crypto was mentioned, I just want to say that I'm really impressed with professors inside the real world, especially Professor Adam in the crypto campus. He's like the Australian version of Tate. The real world was put together by us, and every single professor was vetted in every single way. First of all, vetted financially. Is this person actually a millionaire before he teaches you? Second of all, can this guy teach? Can he speak? Is he compendious? And yes,
and they're all war room members.
And they're fantastic.
Yeah, they're all war room members, and every single professor is a multimillionaire. You know what? When I got canceled, one of the big criticisms was people were saying, when they canceled me, teachers' unions came out and said that our students aren't listening in school anymore. And it's all Andrew Tate's fault. And someone showed it to me saying, look, the school is saying the students don't listen because the students said they're making more money inside the real world. Listen, if I can take 16-year-olds and teach them how to make more money than teachers, of course they're not going to listen to their teachers. Am I the bad guy for that because the teachers are fucking full of shit? No. We have 16-year-olds in Venezuela making $30,000, $40,000 a month by simply following our lessons. So we're very, very good at teaching. We're not here to waste anybody's time. Absolutely. And Adam, solid G. Of course he would be. He wouldn't be a professor for the real world any other way.
Yeah. Mariasa, I love the serious talk, but I missed the nonsense, Mr. Producer.
Okay. Right.
So she admits, no. She admits that Mr. Producer is nonsense. See, no, you got to read between the lines. She admits that it's nonsense. You know, I like that question. I read between the lines. I get it. You know what? Fair enough, peak transformation. I had a go at you. Another super chat. Thanks for the advice. Off to train and get better. That's what I want to hear.
That's what we like.
That's what I want to hear. And you know what? Respect. I shut you down. That's a man's reply and respect to you.
But you know what? This is actually one of the things about the world that's quite funny. Let's talk about this for a second.
Please.
We now live in a world where if you tell anybody the truth, it's bullying and it's somehow bad.
Yeah. I feel like I just made him a better person.
Completely. You know what I would love? If I was overweight and fat, you know what I would need to really get in shape? I would need you to come along and say, hey, fatty, you're fat. Girls don't like you because you're fat.
You mean like you did to me in January, February? I was out of shape after my injury. I'm back at almost 100% now. My abs are coming back. You're like, oh, Tristan, the suit fits you. Where's your abs? Like, did I cry or did I go and do thousands of sit-ups and push-ups every day and get myself back into peak physical shape?
That's how it works. A little bit of, and I'm not trying to condone bullying in any way. Bullying can be terrible. It can destroy kids. It's accountability, absolute accountability. Everything that happens in your life is your fault. You must make that list. You must remember it. So yeah, he replied like a man. It shows he's got the mentality of a man, and he's going to be fantastic for it. It's good. Man, we're tearing through super. Do we have any more super chats?
Jesus, we got a few.
Let's go. Let's do all the super chats today.
Okay, Surge Miss 97 basically just wants to thank you for motivating him. Straight Gangster Poppy, hey Andrew Jesse, this is not a question. I just want to tell you that, I think your spirit animals should be the mongoose and the hornet. And my spirit animal is a silverback gorilla. Sorry, bro. Hey Ted, 17-year-old European champion of boxing, just broke my ankle. 2 failed surgeries. Doctor said I may not be able to walk properly again. That means you won't be able to box again. What would you do in my situation? Okay, 17, boxing is now no longer an option, but you're good at boxing.
All right, so let's analyze this based on things I've already said in this chat.
Yeah, and I've been in a similar situation.
No. Doctors have told you that you won't be able to walk again. That's what doctors have said. You must build a mindset that makes you the most fearsome possible competitor, because that's how the world is. The world's also competitive. Is your mindset more beneficial for your future, for your boxing career? Video device disconnected. Matrix attack.
Camera out of battery?
No, can't be camera out of battery. It's going to be a Matrix attack. The Matrix has attacked us. Let me see what I can do. What's my name?
Producer.
Okay.
I want to still hear us.
Mr. Metros. Mr. Producer. It's not as good. We're back, but it's not as good. Nearly as good. Yeah, something went wrong with the camera.
Something wrong with the camera. It's okay. Well, there's a built-in camera here.
I'll answer this final question.
Tilt that forward a little bit. We'll end in 5 minutes.
Yeah. Well, that's a final question. Right, so let me start again.
Well done, Mr. Producer.
Thank you.
You saved the day.
I did, didn't I?
I guess so.
Who saved the day?
You just clicked the other camera.
Who saved the day?
It wasn't that hard.
Who did?
It really wasn't.
Who saved it?
It really wasn't that.
Who saved the day?
17 years old. Can't walk.
Mr. Producer. So you're a 17-year-old, right? Let's base this on the things we've already said. So first things, everything that happens in your life is your fault. You breaking your ankle was your own fault. Have you sat and truly analyzed that and accepted that? I don't know if you slipped. I don't know if you made a mistake. I don't know if you wore the wrong shoes when it was raining and icy. I don't know if you were busy texting on your phone and you ran into something and fell over. Whatever it was your fault, because you can walk in a way where you don't break your ankle, and in this particular circumstance, you did not do that, so you must accept responsibility. Firstly, it's your fault. Secondly, you must build a mindset that makes you the most fearsome possible competitor. Is your mindset better for you as a whole when it comes to your recovery, your ability to walk, your ability to box again, if you believe what the doctors say, or if you refuse to believe? If you say, no, I will just be very conscious when I move my leg and move my ankle, regardless of how it's injured. I'll make sure I step very precisely, very carefully. I will not make mistakes. I am a professional. I will be able to use my own leg to its full potential, and I will continue to box. Why why do you believe what the doctors say? Or do the doctors have your ankle? I can tell you what a bunch of doctors have been saying these last 3 years, and that was all a fucking lie.
About me, about you, about everything.
About this entire scandemic. Do you believe anything what doctors say? Doctors fucking lie. Don't believe anything they say. You don't need to listen to doctors. What you need to do is be a hero, accept responsibility, fix it, and win. That's what you need to do. One more question because of the camera.
Okay, one more question.
We'll do another emergency news.
I think this one, I mean, there's the squeaker. I want to get Jim. I don't know where to start.
So I'll answer.
No, please answer. I mean, but it's a rubbish question.
If you want to get in the gym, go to the gym. I don't know where to start. Start by walking in the fucking gym. The amount of people who hide their laziness behind ignorance is absolutely not really disgusting. They just want to pretend they don't know what to do so that they can have an excuse for being lazy. You know what to do. Go and do it. Stop talking shit.
You know what a push-up looks like? Start with 500 a day.
Completely.
Go ahead. This is actually quite an interesting question, so I think we'll finish off with this one. I want to say, okay, Paterol says, my friend, 26, he runs online fraud, ripping off big companies like Amazon, PayPal, etc., etc. It doesn't fulfill him and he wants to quit. Where can he apply this skill set to make his life more fulfilling and more useful? I feel like he's talking about himself, my friend.
Okay, well, first things first is you need to avoid doing anything illegal in this current climate because they're going to come for everybody who's making any kind of fast money. Like I said earlier, when times get hard, it becomes a meritocracy. But also when times get hard, people turn very quickly on financial criminals. You stealing a little bit of money from Amazon when everyone's making money from crypto, whatever. But when everyone's desperate for pennies and inflation is putting people homeless, they're going to find you scammers, you're going to pay the price. So the first thing you should be doing is not break the law. Also, God does not like people who break the law. So law breaking needs to end initially. That's the first thing. Secondly, where can I apply this skill set? If you're so smart, you're smart enough to do something like that, you're definitely smart enough to make legal money. You're absolutely, utterly smart enough to make legal money. I'm not going to encourage any kind of scammers to join my programs in any regard because we don't like those kinds of people. But you need to find a mentor and find somebody who will teach you how to make money online, pay attention and do it honestly. You can feel good inside of your heart. You can feel good with your relationship with God because you don't need to steal anymore.
Yeah. We're going to end on something that isn't a question, but it is exactly bringing us full circle Aikido to what you were just saying about my friend with her ankle. My doctor said I'd never walk or run again after shattering both femurs. I can now do both titanium rods, screws, and all. And that's BS down. It's $20.
Gee, see? Somebody who doesn't listen gets full of titanium like RoboCop and gets the job done. Yep. That's what you need to be. You need to be a hero.
Right. I think that's it for the emergency meeting today. We've covered lots and lots of your super chats and all of your questions. You know where to find us. Twitter, I'm Tate the Talisman. I'm Talisman Tate on Instagram. Andrew is Cobra Tate basically everywhere. Check out his Twitter. He's now back. Shout out to Elon Musk.
I'm back. I think I'm one of the fastest growing Twitter accounts in history. 2.5 million followers in 3 days. Cobra Tate, at Cobra Tate on Twitter and at CobraTate.com. We're going to make sure we sort all this out. Obviously, we're in Dubai. We're going to build a studio here inside of the Tate Center soon. Soon we'll be back in Romania for normal programming because when we're back in Romania, guess what I can do, Tristan?
Mr. Producer.
Mr. Producer. Matrix is attacking us. I don't know what's happened, but they've messed up our countdown because they tried to ban my accounts. They're all... Mr. Producer, so you have to stand by here. We're still starting at 11 o'clock, but I can't put the countdown up again because that's 2 hours long. I don't know how to stop it. The Matrix is after us, and there's a fly in the fucking room. A Matrix fly. We have to fix all of it. So just stand by. We're fixing it.
It is an extraordinary story, a story which left a town shaken to its core, not knowing what or who to believe. And it began with this Facebook post.
I think this is the hardest post I'm ever going to write. I didn't want to share this because I'm scared of the judgment that will come with it. People need to be looking out for young girls and protecting them.
Alongside the graphic photos, Ellie Williams claimed she was being raped, tortured and exploited at the hands of an Asian grooming gang. Pictures of Ellie Williams, her young face and body covered in scars and bruises, were like a grenade thrown into the middle of this town. Barrow was torn in two, divided between the people who believed Ellie had been a victim of an Asian grooming gang and those who felt it was an elaborate racist lie. There were protests on the street, dark conspiracies online, a community profoundly damaged, its scars yet to heal. The day after the pictures were posted, there was an arrest, but it wasn't of any alleged attackers. It was of 19-year-old Ellie herself. Police said she'd broken bail conditions, having previously been arrested for perverting the course of justice. The same day, in a highly unusual move, the police then issued this statement.
What I would say is, when the question is asked, is there an organised gang of Asian men in Barrow conducting abuse or otherwise exploitation against individuals, our investigation has shown that that has not been corroborated with otherwise evidence.
If the intention was...
To the letter, I told all of you in advance. I saw the future and I was not wrong. What they are doing to me, they will do to absolutely anybody with an opinion. If you are a man and you are supporting me, you are not just supporting me, you're supporting yourself, you're supporting your future, you're supporting your father and your brother, and you're supporting any man out there who decides to speak and do anything other than simply pay his taxes and die. Because what they are hitting me with is the highest level of matrix attack which a man can possibly endure. Last time, when I was canceled, I said they hit me with their last bullet and I remained unfazed. And I was incorrect. For the first time in my life, I was incorrect because it was not their last bullet. They had another one and they shot me. And I remain
These are
unfazed.
and they're here to keep you safe and help your business thrive. They're the guiding principles of our marketing. Fair, respectful, and trustworthy. That means no illegal services, no harm to the patient content, and no dishonest practices like review manipulation or misrepresentation. At their core, these rules are all about protecting your creativity. We've got you covered on user safety, intellectual property, and yes, even the rise of AI-generated content. And remember, at Fiverr, you're never...
A lot of the men I met in jail
We have a dedicated
wanted to go home and see their families,
working around the
their
clock
children.
to enforce these rules and keep things running
A lot of the men I
smoothly.
met in jail
For
missed their
full
old
scope,
lives,
Head to
their
our
old
site to
jobs.
review the details. And
What did
know,
I say to
wherever
you
you
when I was
want
in
to
jail?
take your business,
What did I
you've
miss
got the
doing
roadmap to get there.
above everything else? I can't wait to get out of jail so we can hold
An emergency meeting.
an emergency meeting. And here we are. So I've been looking forward to this day for a very long time. 6 months and counting.
It's kind of funny where
Some things
we
in
were
life
saying there will be a day that comes,
God.
even if we're 85 years old, where an emergency meeting will take place again. Even if we're 85, 86, unless they kill us, it will happen. And now it's happening today. We literally had that conversation surrounded by cockroaches in a Romanian jail cell.
Do you realize we have 350,000 people watching us live?
Good. Because these are 350,000 people who are interested in the truth. And let me make something very clear to the world before we begin. We have to be very careful because the case is still open. We're within the jurisdiction of Romania, and we must pay respect to the Romanian authorities so we do not get hauled back to jail. However, we must also pay respect to God and be truthful and do not lie and say as much as we can possibly say and tell the truth as much as we can possibly tell. We understand a lot of you are very curious about what happened to us, and we're going to do our best to outline why what happened. But before we do that, let's talk about how the Matrix is breaking in real time. When I sat in the jail cell, I spent most of my time gathering my chi. If you're sitting at home and you don't know what that means, it means you haven't got any chi. But I have chi. I can gather power and save it. Like a squirrel can save nuts. I can save power inside of my muscles, knowing that in future I will need it to destroy my enemies. I was gathering chi. because I had all the time in the world, understanding that this battle for truth has just begun. It is truly good against evil. And before anyone asks which side I'm on, if you are telling the truth and you are worshiping God, you are always on the side of good. The people who are against us are simply lying. They are simply lying. And I believe on a long enough time frame, with God on our side, the truth will come out. And we're going to say as much as we can today, but we can't say everything. But the Matrix is breaking. I remember when we got canceled. What did I say? I said to the Matrix, what did I warned them.
You went too far with me. You may laugh at me now, but you've gone too far. YouTube, you think you have a monopoly?
So,
you think you can control the information? Well, you are wrong, and cutting me, axing me, banning me was the final straw.
It was the final straw.
You said. And people laughed at you. People sat in a YouTube executive office, people at Meta, and sat around and laughed and said, that's the last we're going to see of this guy.
And here we are.
May God help you.
May God help you.
Here we still are.
Because we're here to tell the truth. So, let's begin with the things everybody wants to talk about. This case, which we can't really discuss. We cannot discuss the case because the case is ongoing. But you have to understand that everything is printed by Lucy and her friends is a lie. Yesterday we were at DCOT's office and 5 of the charges were removed.
Yeah, no matter what the Matrix says, yesterday when they changed the status of your case file, they have to call you to the offices at DCOT. So, I was looking at 6 counts of human trafficking. I went there yesterday. I didn't quite understand why I was going there. I didn't know if I was going to go back to jail. I didn't know what they intended to do. And when I left the building, I was facing 1 count of human trafficking. So that's yesterday summed up as a whole. I don't know where the other 5 counts went. I don't know why they were around for so long before they disappeared. 14 months? I don't know. But I do know that I'm now facing 1 count of human trafficking as opposed to 6 counts of human trafficking. And I think it's very important that we explain what we're allowed to explain, exactly what we are accused of. Because there's a lot of confusion about old videos we made, things we said 8 years ago. Does this link it to the case somehow? I'm going to tell you what we are accused of, and I'm allowed to talk about this because it was on my arrest documents. Here is the official story. In 2021, 2 years ago, my brother and I formed an organized criminal gang with the intent of moving women to Romania so we could steal money from their TikTok accounts to enrich ourselves. I think it's very important that I tell the world this and come across explaining what we're accused of, because people are asking very normal questions, even fans of mine. Hey Tristan, you used to run a webcam studio. I no longer run one, but yes, I used to. How is this linked into the case? That has nothing to do with the case. There is no link between what I'm currently being accused of, what I'm currently going through, and any activities I used to do with running webcam studios. Everyone who works for me has sent me letters of encouragement, emails of encouragement. I appreciate them all. I appreciate the love and support, of course. But the narrative is that I formed a criminal gang when my net worth was already over $100 million, when I was already a father to a daughter, nonetheless, when I was already a world-famous individual, when I was a retired professional sportsman, when my brother was already the retired 4-time kickboxing champion of the world, with no financial motive, we allegedly formed this gang to steal money from TikTok accounts. That is the narrative. That is what I have been arrested for, and this is the first time publicly I could finally clear that up.
Yeah, so God is on our side, and you know what? I have faith in the Romanian judicial system.
So do I.
I have faith in the system, and unfortunately, the reality is, in every country in the world, this is not an anti-Romania podcast. It makes it very clear. In every country in the world, innocent people get caught up in the judicial system, and they have to prove their innocence. We've been accused, like my brother said, of nothing prior to 2021 or 2022. So all of our old videos, old life had nothing to do with this. They said after 2021, we decided to form an organized criminal gang and steal TikTok accounts money. Now, I'll let everyone come to their own conclusions regarding the validity of that and our motivations for that, and if that ever happened. The plausibility of that story. That's your own
So the
motivation.
investigation is still ongoing.
The investigation is still ongoing. However, we will be going to court for that reason. And I have faith in the Romanian judicial system. I want to make something very clear. We do not have a problem with Romania. We do not hate Romania.
And neither should you.
Romania is a country, and like all countries in the world, they are on a very large chessboard that the Matrix controls, and they are simply pieces which must be moved. Anybody who's smart enough to understand what I'm saying understands what I'm saying. And that if the Matrix decides to attack you, they can attack you in any jurisdiction on Earth.
And they will attack you in your home. They will attack you where you live. They will attack you where they think they can paint the best story about you.
Correct.
So I do not hold any hate in my heart for the people of Romania, even the justice system of Romania or the police of Romania or anybody involved in this process. Because I believe, as famous as you are saying the things you are saying, this would have happened if we were in England or France or Germany or Spain or the United States or most countries with a Western agenda. The country of Romania, I'll say, in fact, one of the reasons I love it here so much is because our values align with the people of Romania. Every person who has come to my house, every single person who was guarding me in jail, every policewoman, every doctor that I have come in contact with has said, "We are sorry this is happening to you." And I am not going to be leaving Romania. My daughter is a Romanian. She has Romania written on her passport. This is my country. I have lived here for 7 years. So people who do not understand the situation are very quick to blame Romania. But they're wrong. Do not do that. I might move to Cluj instead of Bucharest. What do you think?
I like
A
Cluj.
bit more of a quiet life. I like Cluj too.
Cluj is a beautiful city.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so this is not particularly Romania's fault. This is just the result of becoming monumentally successful and telling the truth. And whenever you're the kind of person who tells the truth, the bastions, the gates which are held, which try and prevent the truth from being exposed to the general public, there's going to be some degree of pushback, and unfortunately that pushback is powerful. It's a very powerful but vocal minority which dislike us, and I want to make that very clear also to the people watching at home. People often say, "Oh, but what do women think about you?" Do you know what? I got maybe 1,000 to 2,000 love letters from women a week in jail. Endless women support us. In fact, I'd say it was about 50-50. 50% of our mail was from men, and 50% of our mail was from women. Women support our message fully. Any woman who's not matrix-minded supports us. It's a very vocal minority which is against us, and don't let them psyop you into believing that somehow the whole world hates us, women hate us, garbage. It's not true. The world is waking up. The matrix is breaking. People are understanding they're tired of being lied to. They understand the truth of our message. They understand men are allowed an opinion. Women want men who have an opinion, who take care of them, who protect them, who provide for them. The things we are teaching and the things we are saying are not disliked by the majority. They're disliked by a very powerful and evil minority.
And you could simply look at this. I mean, the comments under this video will probably be 100% positive. But watch the video posted by the BBC. Watch the videos posted by Vice before they turn the comment section off. Well, almost 100% of the comments are in defense of us, criticism of the mainstream media, letting the reporters know, because they haven't done their research, the truth of our message. I think last time I checked the BBC interview, it had 82,000 comments, and I couldn't find one that was against us. They can tell you we are bad people again and again and again, but nobody believes them anymore. Nobody believes them anymore, and people know the truth. Good people are here, sitting right here.
And that's the problem. That's our fear. That's our remaining fear. And I'll make something very clear, because I predict the future like I always have. And I'm in a very precarious and dangerous situation with my brother here, because they are using their primary weapon, which is deception and lies, and it continues to fail, which makes me concerned as for what they're going to attempt to try next. All we can do is tell the truth. All we can do is encourage you to tell the truth. We do not encourage anybody to do anything violent or crazy. All we want is for people to have open and honest discourse and tell the truth about our message and stick to the truth of God. That is all we are here to do, and that's all we ask for our supporters as well.
Right. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Off the topic. I know we were going to do a very serious emergency meeting, We weren't going to joke around. We weren't going to laugh around. But why on earth are you literally dressed the same as you dressed in prison for our first emergency meeting back? You said, wear your finest suit. I have a tie, a pocket square. Why on earth are you wearing a pair of shorts? And
More work went into this body than your fucking suit. This is my finest suit. I got my look so good all the time. All I do is train. I'm an animal.
this was supposed to be a serious emergency meeting.
You know what? If anyone at home is wondering what jail was like, you guys know, what's Romanian jail like?
Yeah, let's go there.
Okay, let's talk about jail. It's me sitting like this, Tristan sitting the same, and us staring at the wall. This is jail.
If you'd like to know how fast you'd go crazy in jail, by yourself, because I was by myself sometimes, or with some random Romanians. But let's take the days that we had together. Take a friend of yours. Go to your bathroom. Put all phones and electronics outside, and sit in your bathroom. You're allowed one iPad, very small, at the end of the bathroom, and you can only watch television in languages you don't understand. That's what jail is like. I know people think we're going to go into jail and come out with all sorts of cool stories, but the months and months and months that we have feel compressed into nothing at all because there were no events to break up your day.
Jail was hard. I want to make something clear to everyone watching at home. The jail was actually very difficult.
Romanian jail is no picnic. I'm sure people at home can understand that a Romanian jail is not a 5-star resort.
God blessed us with a very difficult challenge. He put us in an extremely complicated escape room, which took 3 months for us to eventually emerge from. I would say the day we found out we were being released was one of the best days of my life. That's absolutely not really true. Jail was extremely difficult. But like I said with PBD, and I want to stick by this, the things that are most important in jail are physical power so that you're not bullied by anybody else, and mental strength so you're not bullied by your own mind, because those are only 2 enemies in the world. And jail is basically like a condensed, hypersensitive version of life. If you get angry in real life, you'll get very angry in jail. If you get a little bit sad in real life, you'll get very sad in jail. Everything is condensed and pressurized. Mm-hmm. So if you have problems with your mind and problems controlling your thoughts in the real world, you're going to have huge problems in jail. If you get picked on in the real world, you're going to get really picked on in jail. It's like condensed life. So you have to make sure you have control of these things. And that's why, in many ways, I guess, we've always been preparing for jail. Not because we believe we're going to go to jail, but because we understand that we always have to be the kind of people who can handle all of life's adversaries and all of life's trials and tribulations. And we understand that God is going to give them to us. And when I was in jail, if depression was a real thing, I would have absolutely not been depressed. But luckily for me, I don't believe in depression, so I couldn't possibly be depressed. So all you have to do is sit there, gather your chi, do Aikido, smoke cigarettes, and watch the time go by. And we had no idea how long we were going to be in there for, but
that was the hard part.
That was the hardest part. But you know what, Tristan? We're not in jail right now.
We are not in jail right now. And I told you,
shake my hand.
We will be sitting at the emergency meeting desk one of these days. Back in January, back in February, back in March, staring at those walls. And here we are.
We're not in jail, and you know what? Regardless of how this plays out, how the Matrix attacks us, or whatever God's plans are for us, or what lessons he believes we need to learn, if God decides I have to go back to the dungeon and wake up with cockroaches on my face, and I respect God enough to go and do that honorably, and I will pray to him just the same. God decides Allah is the best of planners, but if he decides I have to go back to jail and I can choose one person to go to jail with, I would like to go to jail with you, because you're an excellent jailmate. And I want you to know that as long as you and I are together, I don't fear jail.
Yeah, I don't fear jail either. If they send you back, they better send me back.
We're a team, and as long as we're on the same team, we're always happy. So I want the whole world.
But keep in mind, all of my fans and everybody listening, at the stage we're at now, even I can't tell you what the evidence is against me, why they think I ran a TikTok stealing gang. I can't tell you what the evidence is in the file or who's saying what. I really can't. But I can tell you this. If they send me back to jail, the evidence has to be made public. So Tristan's guilty, he's going to jail. If you see that on the news, your first question should be, wonderful. Now I can see what the evidence against him was. Show me. And they have to show their cards at that point. So if I go back to jail, or if I don't go back to jail, as I said, I trust the Romanian justice system, but there are miscarriages in justice in every single country in the world. If there is a miscarriage of justice, you will all know the evidence that proved I ran a gang that stole TikTok money even though I have hundreds of millions of dollars from friends of mine who say that we never stole from them.
Absolutely. And this is very important. Today it's us. But if any of you want to live the life that you're hoping to live, if any of you want to truly be people who are free and sovereign and free of mind and free of geographical area, and you want to be able to do what you want and say what you want, and even if you're a good person and you believe in God and you help people and you donate money to charity and you do all these good things and they still don't like you, you have to understand, you're not just supporting us, you're literally protecting yourself for the future, because we're getting to a level of insanity now where nobody is safe.
Yeah.
The BBC and Lucy, with their stories, literally, when I sat there with Lucy, she said, this imaginary person we've made up 9 years ago said you were controlling. I said, who is she? They said, we're not going to tell you. But 9 years ago, I was controlling to an imaginary person. How can I answer that question? What does that mean? Does that mean 9 years ago I said, no, you can't have a handbag, I won't buy you a handbag? Does that make me controlling? Financially controlling, because I wouldn't give her my money 9 years ago from an imaginary person? None of this is real, and they can attack absolutely anybody with it. No man is safe from this. No man. It's scary, because if you're watching this at home going, that probably won't happen to me, it will. And you know what's most scary? When it happens to us, the world knows, the world cares. When it happens to you, you might be sitting in that jail cell and nobody knows, nobody cares, nobody talks about it, there's no public outcry or outrage. Then what? Then what you gonna do?
Yeah. If I ever have an interview with the legacy media, ever, which I probably won't, I'm gonna start sitting down with them and I'm gonna say, somebody told me that you're a human trafficker. And they're going to say, who? I'm going to say, 10 years ago, somebody alleges that you, my interviewer, are a human trafficker.
Lucy, you're a human trafficker.
So now we're both alleged human traffickers. Don't call me an alleged human trafficker. You're an alleged human trafficker. And they're going to say, oh, yeah, but who said it? I do. Anonymous name. But
they said 10 years ago you were controlling.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to allege that they are something, because before they can hit me with you're an alleged this.
And what they're going to say? Oh, well, no,
you can just make stuff up.
Yes, you do. That's all you do is make stuff. All you do is lie. All they do is lie. And the main primary objective of the lies, you also have to understand this, when they lie, because even when we had charges dropped, they said the charge was upgraded, which is insane. When they lie, what they're trying to do is convince the public you're guilty in advance, so that if you get a guilty charge, everybody just accepts it.
Yes.
That's the whole point. It's brainwashing. But I really believe the legacy media is losing power in real time, and with places like Rumble and free speech and these things coming out, we have a chance of fighting back and breaking the matrix exactly like we said we would. We can be true to God. We can be true to ourselves. We can tell the truth. And we're going to talk in this podcast not only about our experiences in jail, but also all the different ways you can escape the matrix and you can live a life of truth, because that is not as easy to do as it used to be.
No.
What's your favorite story from jail? Tell me a jail story. Do you have a jail story?
Oh, I can't tell you my favorite jail story. I can't tell it here, but It's hilarious. You know what? In 6 months from now, on an emergency meeting, I will tell you the coolest jail story. It is cool, isn't it?
It's pretty good.
I think it's the coolest thing anyone has ever heard, ever. But I literally can't tell you.
What about when my jail story? I think I've tweeted a lot of them out. I'd actually like to go through some of my tweets from jail. In fact, I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to get the guys on it and start looking. When I told those guys that I knew Yoga Fire near the laundry mat.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
And they looked at me like I was crazy.
I was just attacked.
But they don't understand that I don't lie. I'm not lying to you. You don't want the smoke. You don't want, it's like fire. It's more than smoke. It's Yoga fire. You don't want the fire. I'm a nice man. I go through life, I'm peaceful. But when I've been sitting there for weeks and weeks in a dungeon gathering my chi, and then you want to start a fight near the washing machine with me? Must be out your fucking mind. Crazy. Let me find my jail tweets.
And this is when Andrew talks about, being strong, being imposing, being masculine. Nobody tried to start a fight on me. I didn't run into the same people Andrew did. But if I walked into a room full of prisoners, they looked at me and thought, fuck, I hope that guy's not a rapist. I hope that guy's not violent. I didn't have to walk in there and think, oh, I hope these guys aren't violent. I hope these guys aren't dangerous. Because I've spent years preparing for any situation. Now, did I think I was going to go to jail? No. And neither do you, but let me tell you something. Here was my method to stay out of jail. I thought, if I never commit any crimes, I won't go to jail. This is what I thought until maybe 1 year ago, when the Matrix started attacking us in this way. And it's very sad, because going back to the story that 2 years ago we formed an organized criminal gang to steal TikTok money. When I was 17, I didn't have any money. I could have dealt drugs in Luton. When I was 19, I didn't have any money. I could have went debt collecting for gangsters in Luton. I come from a very bad town filled with a lot of bad people, and I could have easily been a bad person. But what did I do? I stayed flat broke and dedicated myself in the kickboxing gym. I stayed flat broke and worked jobs making sandwiches with a stupid little red hat on. Jobs that a lot of people would say are humiliating. I don't think they're humiliating. I'm proud of myself for working those jobs, and I'm proud of any man out there making an honest living. I did everything legally my entire life until allegedly at 33 years of age and a net worth of $100 million, I began to brainwash people so I could steal insignificant amounts of money from their TikTok accounts.
Yeah, anyway, so here's one of my tweets from jail, because I'm Mr. Producer. I'm getting it back now. I kind of forgot how to Mr. Produce,
You
but
almost
then...
cut my face out, got me here.
Bro, no one cares about your face, bro. That's the point. No one cares. So, here. What does it say? It says, escape is possible. I simply close my eyes. It's very interesting.